पुलिस तक वहाँ पहुँचा तो देखा दो लड़का वहाँ पे बुरी तरह से जैसे में गिर रहा था, तो उसको छटक से हम लोग का पुलिस पार्टी रेस्क्यू किया और हॉस्पिटल लेके आए, नागांव सिविल हॉस्पिटल। वहाँ पे लाने के बाद पता चला कि वो दोनों मर गया।
It's a crime increasingly more common in India. Vigilante attacks on those accused of violating the ban on slaughtering cows.
नहीं, भारत में गाय का रक्षा होना चाहिए, गौ रक्षा तो होना ही चाहिए। भारत ऐसा देश है जहाँ गाय को पूजा जाता है, गाय को माता कहा जाता है, गाय को लक्ष्मी भी कहा जाता है। लेकिन किसी ने कानून हाथ में लेके किसी को मारना, पीटना या हत्या करना, ये बुरी बात है, ऐसा होना नहीं चाहिए।
The attack took place in India's westernmost state of Gujarat, which has the strictest laws for slaughtering cows. In March, the state extended the maximum sentence for the offense from 7 years in prison to life. Muslims who have been attacked say that radical Hindus are ushering in a climate of fear. Aside from mob attacks, there are gangs of vigilantes who patrol in the name of cow protection.
जो भी तस्कर है वो चोरी छिपे तो जा सकता है, और अगर भनक लग गई वो जा नहीं सकता, किसी रोड पे चला जाए चाहे उसको उस रोड पे गोरक्षक मिलेंगे।
Cow slaughter is now prohibited in 84% of India, areas which account for more than 99% of the population. In 77% of Indian states or territories that prohibit cow slaughter, police can make an arrest without a warrant. This puts killing cattle in a category of crimes which include murder, rape, dowry deaths, and kidnapping. In Uttar Pradesh, hardline Hindus have a new hero. Yogi Adityanath, a firebrand priest who was elected the state's chief minister. He's known for his inflammatory rhetoric against Muslims. Just 3 days after he was sworn in, 3 Muslim-run butcher shops were set on fire. The attacks have not been the only setbacks for India's largest meat-producing state. Thousands of small meat shops have been shut down by police. Adityanath is a member of Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's ruling BJP party, which has been behind the increased penalties for killing cows, and a party seen by some as turning a blind eye to vigilante violence in the name of a Hindu nation. Randolph Nogle, The Newsmakers.
Well, to discuss this, I'm joined now from New Delhi by Syed Zafar Islam. He's a spokesman for the ruling BJP party. And in Bengaluru, we have Ashwin Sampath-Kumaran. He's a lawyer and the founder of Care for Cows. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. Zafar Islam, if I can begin with you. Under the BJP, in today's India, do cows have more rights than humans?
There is absolutely no truth in it. Let me tell you, I heard your opening remarks. It is a misplaced information that the cow vigilantes have a run here. Absolutely no truth in that. There is a merit in whatever this information you have all gathered, that cow is one animal which is being treated as a sacred animal by majority of this countrymen. Also, cow is worshipped. So there is a demand for a ban across India. However, some of the states have still not banned cow slaughtering, and they're still consuming cow. But most of the states in the country have banned cows, and it is a crime to slaughter cow.
That's
However,
true. Sure, but people are doing terrible things. Sure, you mentioned those groups. Yes. Please continue. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So, yeah, so there are some groups in the country, in the name of cow vigilantes. They are actually wearing masks during the day and become a cow vigilante, but they are criminals. They are settling their personal scores in the name of cow vigilantes. But the authorities, if you just recall, on 8th of August 2016, the Honorable Prime Minister of the country has very clearly stated that these people will not be spared. Those who take law in their hand will not be spared by the authorities. And this is what has been also stated by most of the chief minister of the state. So let me assure you, people who are taking law in their hand will find themselves behind the bar for sure. And nobody, yes, there are some incident, and the government, the ruling party, the authorities have taken cognizance of those incidents, even though there are people who are settling personal scores. But they are behaving as if they are co-protectors. But when they are co-protectors or not, or whether they are not co-protectors, but they cannot take law in their hand, and we are very strictly going to deal with them. And it has been very clearly warned the people of this country: those who will take law in their hand will be dealt very sternly by the authorities.
Okay, but since the BJP came into power, according to Human Rights Watch, attacks against Muslims and Dalits have risen over mere rumors that they sold, bought or killed cows for beef. This is according to Human Rights Watch. They see a correlation. They see a correlation between you coming to power and these attacks. What's your response to Human Rights Watch?
Well, as I said, there are some incidents. I mean, I won't say that there are not a single incident. There are some incidents. And as I said earlier, that the authorities have taken cognizance of those incidents because these people pretend to be co-vigilantes. These people pretend to be co-protectors, but they are not. And there is no merit in what you have stated, that there is the Dalits and the Muslims have been sidelined, or for that matter, there are incidents where Muslims and Dalits have faced atrocities at the hands of the
multiple
majority
incidents here in front of me. I've got multiple incidents in front of me. Okay, let me give you a couple, right? Let me give you a couple. On the 1st of May, 2 Muslim men lynched in Assam accused of trying to steal cows. In April, in Jammu and Kashmir, in Jammu, you had a mob brutally attack 5 members of a nomad cattle herding family, including a 9-year-old girl, on suspicion that they were taking cows for slaughter. Then, let me bring back Human Rights Watch. In September 2015 in Uttar Pradesh, Muhammad Akhlaq beaten to death with bricks after reports he'd slaughtered a calf. Police seized the meat from his home and sent it for forensic testing to determine whether it was beef. The police detained 6 people. As you say, police detaining people, right, over the death. But villagers protested those arrests by burning vehicles. The government announced compensation of around $15,000 to Akhlaq's family. Okay, fine, compensation. But 2 senior BJP ministers called the killing an accident and a simple misunderstanding. Another BJP legislator, Sangeet Som, criticized the state government for not taking legal action against Akhlaq's family. Doesn't sound as if you're creating the atmosphere, sir, for justice for those people who are being lynched on mere suspicion of eating beef or slaughtering cows. It sounds as if the system's very soft on those people who are cow vigilantes.
No, yes, there were some incidents, but India is a civilized country. There is absolutely no room and no scope for such co-protectors or vigilantes who take law in their hand. There were incidents, I'm admitting that, and those incidents have been reported in the media, and but it has not been reported how strictly the authorities have acted against the culprits. So let me assure you that the Honorable Prime Minister, whatever the local MLAs or the member of BJP parties somebody has said is not relevant or important, because you have to see the ministers, the cabinet minister, the senior leadership, the Honorable Prime Minister of the country.
You're a BJP spokesperson. Hold on. By that logic, you're a BJP spokesperson. I can say, I can take whatever you say as completely irrelevant because I must just go to the Prime Minister. You can't use that as a metric. I can say what you say means nothing. I must just look at what the Prime Minister says.
Let me correct you here.
Tell me.
No, I think here, let me correct you. I am the authorized national spokesperson of the party.
And they're elected locally, aren't they?
That's my job to speak on behalf of party and the government. No, they are not supposed to speak. No MLAs and MPs have been authorized to speak on any subject except the authorized spokesperson of the party. I am one of the 8 authorized spokesperson of the party who can speak on any of the subject.
Okay, so for the record then, those local BJP officials, what they say means nothing and it doesn't represent the BJP. We're going to put that on the record. Ashwin, let me bring you in. You believe in cow protection, but do cows have to be protected to the extent that others need to be beaten up and sometimes even killed to protect the sanctity of cows? Surely not, Ashwin. You don't agree with that?
Let me tell you something. Okay, the relationship with the people of this country have with cows is extremely special. It's a very special relationship. Okay, I could really compare it with the relationship people in the West have with dogs. Okay, so let me ask you something. I go to, say, in the Western world.
I've never heard of anybody beaten to death for trying to slaughter a dog in any country,
let me
anywhere
tell
on
you-
earth. But your analogy
Yes,
is
my
granted
point is-
and understood.
let
Please
me tell-
continue.
Let me tell you something. The point is that, first of all, I condemn the attack made by the cow vigilance.
Okay.
All right? I do not at all endorse the attacks. I do not at all endorse the attack made upon the alleged cow smugglers or whoever it is. And I completely endorse the statements made by the BJP spokesperson, by the way. Okay, but nevertheless, you can't just, portray the whole country as an evil country,
Nobody
who
said that.
actually attack
Did I say the
Yeah,
country is an evil country?
well, the whole way you portrayed it was something like that.
Maybe
well,
you're
you
projecting
actually
here.
get beaten up.
Maybe you're projecting. I'm giving you factual evidence of people who have been beaten to death by mobs on the suspicion of slaughtering cows. You're saying I'm projecting your country as an evil country. Those are your words, not mine. I'm saying something terrible is happening. Isn't there a problem? Do you agree there's a problem, Ashwin?
Whenever there is a law in a country and the people who violate the law, they have to be dealt in that particular way. All right, I don't endorse a particular attack made on the alleged cow smugglers. But if they have made such attacks or if they have killed someone, the particular individual would have to be punished. Or the particular group of individuals have to be identified and punished. Let me tell you something. In Haryana, in the state of Haryana, the chief minister have planned to issue authorized identity cards for the protectors of cow. All right, who are the authorized person who can go ahead and protect the cows and so on and so forth. But nevertheless, my point is very clear. If someone has violated the law will take its course.
Right. So do you believe somebody should be imprisoned for life for slaughtering a cow?
That's what the law says.
Right. Okay.
That's what the law says. The law says that you get life imprisonment if you slaughter cows, and there have to be such punishments in this country.
Okay. And
I
if
agree
you
with
take
punishment.
and if you take someone's life on the suspicion of them slaughtering a cow, what should be the punishment, Ashwin?
The punishment is as simple as that. What is the punishment for culpable homicide amounting to murder? And that is a punishment. He has to get it. As simple as that.
Okay, and that's
It's
good.
again life
That's
imprisonment.
encouraging. That's encouraging to hear. Let me ask you about the atmosphere then, Ashwin. Do you believe that
Yes.
more can be done, that your country can do better in not creating an atmosphere where people believe that it's okay to take the law into their own hands to protect the cow?
First of all, what needs to be done is that people have to be educated. All right, people have to be educated about the importance of cow. When a person realizes that a living cow is more profitable than a dead cow, and there nobody would actually slaughter the cows. That's
No,
a point
hold
which I
on. Wouldn't
want to
that
make.
make somebody even more adamant in defending the sanctity and the rights of the cow? I'm saying people are getting killed. People are getting killed because they're alleged to have been violating the rights of the cow. What about education for those to say you can't just beat someone up or maybe even kill them if somebody else slaughters a cow? Do you believe there might be some education there? Leave it to the police?
Yes. See, education in the sense, I would not say education, I would say awareness.
Okay.
Awareness, workshops, where you tell them that, look, this is not how you deal with the alleged cow smugglers. If at all you spot someone slaughtering a cow, what you need to do is call 100, take the police in, and let the police take its action. I will never say that the action should go unnoticed. But what we should let me give you one example. About 1 month back, when I was driving down to a state of Tamil Nadu, I saw a calf being tied up in a slaughterhouse. And I know that slaughtering of calf is an offense in the state of Tamil Nadu. You know what I did? I just called the police and I waited over there. When the police came over there, I showed them, look, they are slaughtering a calf. Go ahead and file an FIR and you need to rescue the cow.
Yeah.
And as per the law, there is a high court order where the cow has to be sent to a gaushala, a cow shelter, a sanctuary.
Ashwin,
okay,
do you
and
accept-
the cow was sent to the sanctuary.
Okay, so you follow the law. Do you accept that there are some, actually, more than some, hundreds of millions of Indians who are not Hindu, who are as nationalistic as you are, who believe they are Indian citizens and are patriotic, but they eat beef, they don't have the same religious observance and they don't have the same sort of religious devotion to the cow? Do you accept that they can be equal Indian citizens?
Cows are not protected because of the religious sanctity. Let me tell you something very clearly.
Then
You
why
may
are
take it
they?
as a religious. I'll tell you. You have to give me 2 minutes for me to speak. By the
Okay.
way, okay. 10,000 years back, humans lived as nomads. All right, they eat whatever they find. They hunt.
How
they
long
eat
is this
the
going to
fruits of
take?
whatever it is. 2 minutes.
Briefer, please.
Okay, see, and here, as a matter of fact, when it comes to an agrarian, a pastoral country like India, cow and the farm animals are their life. The life of farmer cannot be sustained without cows. All right, and cows are extremely important
Sure.
animals, not for milk, but for cow dung.
Okay,
I'm telling
but
you,
you're
milk
saying,
is only a byproduct.
aren't you playing a bit of a game with me here? Because it seems as if the devotion is religious, but now you're saying it's greater than religious. I'm asking you again, do you accept that there are Indians who don't share the same feelings as yours? And you might be right. You might be absolutely right on multiple levels. Do you accept that there are hundreds of millions of Indians who don't believe as you believe, and therefore for them, it's okay to eat beef?
Let me quote you an example. There is a Goshala in Uttar Pradesh which is run not by Hindus but by Muslims. All right? Because in the beginning, the whole intention was that you have been telling that Hindus are attacking Muslims because they consume meat. There are almost about 100 Goshalas in India, completely managed and run by Muslims.
Okay, Syed Zafar Islam, presumably, I don't want to make presumptions about you. You're a BJP spokesperson. You are a Muslim. Tell me, do you feel as if this is an unfair characterization, as if we're framing it as a Hindu thing? Tell me, Syed Zafar.
See, you have to understand the sentiments. Of course, it is a religious sentiments associated with cow, and majority of the Indians community actually believes cow as a sacred animal. There is no two bones about it. Let me also make you one statement. Like I am a Muslim, as you rightly said, I cannot consume a pork because it's anti-religion, and my religion doesn't permit me to consume pork, and that's why there's a lot of restriction.
But sure, in a democracy where Muslims are the majority, would you accept in a democracy where Muslims are the majority? Fine, don't eat pork, but don't crack down on those who are non-Muslim who want to eat pork because they can't live according to your rules. You accept in a democracy, you can't just go with majority or mob rule. You can't impose the majority's will on the minority. Are minorities being imposed upon is my question.
Let me correct you. Not at all. Let me. See, all I said the sentiments, and one should respect the sentiment. Having said that, let me clarify your assumption is incorrect, because I am a Muslim. I feel as secure, as nationalist as any other Hindus. Nobody can question my integrity with my country. Nobody question my nationalist and patriotic thoughts. Likewise, nobody can question any other Muslim. Having said that, there are something which is associated with religion, and one should respect it. That's why 90% Muslim do not consume cow hair. Let me tell you also, 95% Muslim do not consume cow even if it is available, because cow is something which is being consumed by many people, even Hindus in this country, even Christians. They consume cows. It's not only Muslims which
it's not that black and white.
Let me also tell you one more thing, which is very important statement. Let me also make very important statement that in this country, it is not for majority, it is not minority, it's a democracy. Everyone has the same right. Everyone, and government of this day wants to carry everyone along the same line and along with them, and they want to be treated equally, because the Constitution provides equality for every citizen of this country, and nobody can take away that protection from any citizen of this country.
Let's bring in Irfan Engineer now from Mumbai. He's the director of the Institute for Peace and Conflict Resolution. Irfan, thanks for joining us. Are cow vigilantes a problem in your country? Syed Zafar Islam and Ashwin Sampath Kumaran don't think they're as big of a problem as we are making it out to be. Are they a problem?
It is a problem, and we have had many such incidents. At least in 2 cases, people were lynched to death. One in Dadri in Uttar Pradesh. Akhlaq Khan was lynched to death only on the ground that on suspicion that he had stored beef in his fridge. Nobody knew, there was no verification, there was just an allegation, and he was killed. Then recently Pehlu Khan, who was a dairy farmer, taking his, he purchased a cow and he was taking to his village for dairy farming. Some cow vigilantes got together, started beating him, stopped his vehicle and beating him up. He was along with his two sons. Pehlu Khan died, his son was injured seriously. There were such incidents in Himachal Pradesh.
Yes.
In Latehar,
now, Irfan,
Jharkhand
allow me to
state.
come in here, and my apologies. The other two gentlemen are saying these are isolated incidents, and when the culprits are caught, they will be punished according to the full letter of the law. They are criminals, they should be punished, and they don't represent other cow protectors. What's your response to that?
No, what happens is that even in Pehlu Khan's case, or even in Akhlaq Khan's case in Dadri, police normally, instead of, yes, in one or two cases they have booked that a few individuals from lynch mob, but they also put cases against the victims of this lynch mob and cow vigilantism, those who are accused of taking cow, transporting cow illegally, they are also booked. So when police, instead of taking action against, strict action against this lynch mob, files cases against the victims of this lynch mob, the lynch mob feels encouraged. These people get bail in one or two, in most cases they are not even arrested, and it is people who are handling the cow that are booked for under various
so then let's ask Ashwin.
offenses
and that's a good point. Yes. Okay. Finish your last point, please, sir, because we are running out of time.
To that.
Yes. Okay. Great. So
yeah,
let me
and it is.
Finish your point, sir.
It is because the kind of action that police takes, that cow vigilantes are not afraid of law and feel encouraged to carry on their activities.
Okay. So Ashwin, you said education is needed. The police also have to be educated, don't they?
Well, yes, but more than that, you can't just put the whole blame on, what he just said is the cow vigilance feel encouraged. That is wrong. The simple reason being,
I would feel encouraged if I beat someone up and the police were soft on me. I would feel encouraged to do it more.
Let me tell you something. The Honorable Prime Minister of India have made it very clear that in the name of law, few people are taking the whole aspect of cow protection to wrong levels, and he condemned it. He condemned it, by the way.
Okay, and you're happy with that?
Which means that the government, yes,
okay.
Which means that the government have been very clear with the stance. That is, if somebody is taking law in their hands with the emblem or with the beacon of cow protection, they'll be punished. They're very clear with it. Now, there are plenty of...
Imran, can I just make a point?
Okay, so, Ashwin, you made your point, and very briefly, please, Sayyid Zafar Islam, the final 20 seconds of the program. Please go.
Well, I just want to ensure and assure that there are some incidents, stray incidents, isolated incidents. Yes, they have been noticed by the authorities, and the strictest warnings have been given to those who take law in their hand. And if at all anybody attempts to take law in their hand, will be punished severely. And that message has gone to everyone, those criminals who were actually pretending to be cow vigilantes, cow protectors, but actually they were criminals and settling personal scores with people, even be it Muslim or some other people. There are Hindus who have also been killed purely because they were smuggling cows.
Understood.
So it's not only isolated incident that only Muslims have been killed or Hindus have also been killed. But let me assure you that those incidents are the incidents of the past. In future, nobody will be allowed to take law in their action.
We hope
and
so.
strict warning have been given to
Okay, great.
co-vigilantes.
We certainly hope so. I'm
Zafar,
sorry.
give me one-
Sorry, I
Zafar,
can't because I've got to move on to other segments. I've got
Zafar,
guests
give-
in Lebanon waiting for me, and I've got other segments waiting. I apologize, but I've got to move on. It was good to have all of you on the program. I hope to have you on the program again. This is a very important topic, and I'm glad we had this
Thank you.
conversation. Saeed Zafar Islam, Ashwin Sampath Kumaran, and Irfan Engineer. Thanks so much for joining us.